welcome to The Chat. I'm your host, Catherine Glaspie. On behalf of all of us here at Team Chatham, let me be the first to wish you a Happy New Year. We hope that 2018 will be as exciting for you as it has been for us. Team Chatham has a lot of projects that are currently in the works. Many of those projects are becoming more visible to the public, and we're thrilled that we can update you on their progress in this show. Later in the show, we'll also share with you some of the special programs that Team Chatham hosted as we closed out 2017. Right now, we have a special message for you from our County Manager, Lee Smith.
Well, 2017 has come and gone. We had a lot of activities last year. We had storms. We had issues as it related to Matthew and Hermine and Irma, but the county came through, as far as I'm concerned, great. This year, 2018, has come upon us. We started out with a little snow, fun for the kids, but now Chatham County is really moving forward on some great projects. The SPLOST projects, you'll see Memorial Stadium has been torn down. We have a new, I would say, a new age stadium that will seat close to 5,000 people. We will be playing football this season, but the stadium itself will be finished in another year or so. We do have a recreation planning master plan going on. The master plan is going to get all the cities and county working together so that we can work together in getting better facilities for our kids and for our elderly. We need to be healthier in Chatham County, but we're most excited about getting kids involved. So we're very excited about moving forward in 2018, wishing everyone a lot of success, but we ask for you to be involved. We continue to work on the county strategic plan, or the blueprint as we call it, and need you to be very involved in helping us have a successful 2018 in Chatham County.
Here we are at the Whitfield Precinct of Chatham County Police Department. Chatham County Police Department is going to start policing responsibilities for the unincorporated areas on February 1st. So we decided in this episode of The Chat that we were going to go inside, kind of talk to the chief, see what he is looking at for their first couple weeks of patrol, what his mission is, how he wants to do it. So stay tuned. We're going to go inside right now and see him. Hi, Chief. Thank you for being here with us on The Chat today. The Chat is kind of where we get to talk to our residents about what's going on, and obviously one of the biggest things right now is the police department and the fact that you guys are going to start patrolling in just a couple days. Are you guys ready for this?
We are ready. We're certainly working hard. We got a certain number of staff that we have hired. We have another 51 or so in the pipeline at different stages. So there's a lot of energy in the room. The incumbent staff that came back to the county has been tremendous in helping us get up and running, from policies, procedures, recruitment, equipment, run the gamut. There's a whole lot of things that are going on right now to ensure that when we hit the streets February 1st, that we're providing the service that the county needs and desires.
You kind of mentioned it, but I want to hit on it a little bit more. You've had staff on board, and you've been on board since, I believe, December 4th.
That's correct.
February 1st, so you got a couple months in there, but it hasn't been time that you've just been sitting around twiddling your thumbs. You guys have been busy. What have you guys been doing?
We have been very busy. We have been interviewing. There has been background investigations being done. There is equipment being bought. There is new jurisdictional beat maps being created. There has been training on the new records management system. There has been the outfitting of new squad cars and what that looks like and all that, and 100 other things that I'm probably forgetting as I sit here and stand here talking to you. So we have been extremely busy. But as I said earlier, there's just a lot of positivity and energy in the room, and I couldn't be more pleased or more honored to be the chief of the Chatham County Police Department.
Where do you see this police department going? When February 1st rolls around, and as we go into the next year, what are people going to be seeing from Chatham County Police Department? What's your philosophy on policing?
Well, it's really simple. It's all about the relationship, and so we could go on and on about what that means in a variety of ways, but we're going to be a department that the community will get to know, that they can trust, that they can come to in their time of need, and we can help them solve whatever problem they have going on at the time. And so, but we don't want to just encounter them when they're having a problem. We really want to maximize, the positive human contact that we can have every single day in this community, because that's where you make a difference. That's where relationships are born and sustained. When you go out and you're very intentional about the type of community engagement that we are going to participate in, it's going to take time, to kind of get that, kind of embedded into what we do on a day-to-day basis. We want to hit the ground running on February 1st. We want to be able to answer the calls for service, provide them the services that they need. And then we will, from that, we're going to grow out in terms of, really kind of putting in that intentional community engagement on a day-to-day basis, whether it be patrol officers, whether it be detectives, whether it be command staff. I mean, everybody has a responsibility in that. It isn't just your neighborhood police officer. It isn't just the chief. It has to be everybody. Everybody has to be engaged in that process. And when they are, I think that's where you move the needle in terms of the relationship that you have with folks. And that relationship sustains you when tough times come, because it will come. There'll be challenges and there'll be things that we'll mess up, that we'll make mistakes on. But I think when people truly believe that you care, and I think it all starts with caring, that they're willing to give you a whole wide range of benefit of the doubt, or let's sit down and talk through it and solve whatever problem or difficulties we have at the moment. But you don't get that unless you care, unless you have a relationship with people, and that's what we're going to be about.
I think that's probably the most exciting thing about having a Chatham County Police Department again, is having these relationships and those things. So we're really excited about that. I'm glad that you're here. We're going to check in again with you next month to see kind of where you guys have gone in a month.
Okay.
So I'll be standing right back here with you again next month. But thank you for being here with us.
All right. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it.
And there you have it. You've heard all about Chatham County Police Department and what's going to be going on in the next couple weeks. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
No matter where your daredevils go or what they get into, you can breathe easier because they may qualify for free or low-cost health insurance through Medicaid and Peach Care for Kids. Even if you've applied before, your kids could still be eligible for doctor and dentist visits, prescriptions, and more. Get your kids covered today. Find free, local, in-person enrollment assistance for Medicaid and Peach Care for Kids. Go to coastalcampaign.org or call 912-661-1290.
All right, Don. This place, just like the place on 39. Trust me. Scoped it out like the place on 39. We're about to go scope it out, and I can already tell you, from that car, they're gonna have...
Crime Stoppers, how may I help you?
Hi, I might have some information. Do I have to give my name?
We never ask for your name. We are completely anonymous. Now, after I get the information you are providing to us, you'll choose a code number that you will use anytime you call Crime Stoppers concerning this case.
I don't want the police showing up here.
Police may be in your area going door to door asking neighbors if they saw anything about this crime, but they won't know that you called Crime Stoppers. Now, what information would you like to leave with us?
There are people outside talking.
They said that a guy named Don robbed a house while he was in a red car on 39th Street.
Can you describe Don to me?
He's white, about 5'9", 160 pounds. I don't really know him, but I guess he'd be in his 20s.
Okay, now let's create that code we discussed at the beginning of our call. It's unique to you, and you can choose the code.
I guess I'll go with 06115.
Okay, now remember, we cannot contact you, but you can call us back at any time. Call us back in a couple of weeks. Tell us just your code number, and we will let you know the amount of the reward and which bank to collect your reward. It's just that easy.
What about the cameras at the bank? Will I still be anonymous?
Again, you only need your code number to collect the reward. You have 60 days from the time it is approved to pick it up.
Whoa, I really didn't have to give my name.
Although we're still at the beginning of a new year, the weather so far has been very atypical, to say the very least. We've had several inches of snow, frigid temperatures that rival any northern state. We have experienced a true winter this season. Nowhere was that more apparent than on the morning of January 15th, when several members of Team Chatham battled freezing temperatures to participate in the MLK Day parade commemorating Dr. King's birthday.
Monday, January 15th began the same way most mornings this year have, unseasonably cold. Even as the frigid temperatures continued to blanket the ground with frost, preparations were well underway for the annual MLK parade. Several Chatham County employees volunteered their time to construct a float. This was the third year that Team Chatham participated in the MLK celebration. The county's float was occupied by the county chairman as well as county staff. Following closely behind the county's float was the new Chatham County Police Department. The parade was one of the first public events for the community to be introduced to the new police chief, Jeff Hadley. The streets were filled with several spectators, young and old, many braving the freezing temperatures to be a part of the annual parade. Not only did this year's parade celebrate the birthday of Dr. King, it also commemorated the 50th anniversary of his assassination. Dr. King's message of peace and unity continues to motivate every generation to strive for equality for every American.
Dr. King's legacy continues to inspire us to strive for equality for every American. Many of his speeches made reference to our youth and the importance of creating a nurturing environment for them. One of the ways that we do that enrichment here at the county is the Parks and Recreations Department. Let's take a look at some of the latest news from our Parks and Recreation Department.
Memorial Stadium has been a staple of the Greater Savannah metropolitan area for over 60 years. The stadium was built in 1957 and was dedicated to Georgians who died at war. On November 3, 2017, the Chatham County Board of Commissioners approved $13 million for the building of a new stadium. Demolition of the current stadium began shortly after Thanksgiving. On January 10th, County Commissioners, along with several staff members, gathered to break ground of the new stadium. The new stadium will receive numerous upgrades, including artificial turf, new lighting, and a state-of-the-art sound system. The stadium will accommodate 5,000 spectators and will host a wide array of events. This includes concerts, soccer, lacrosse, and football. The end zone building will house locker rooms, restrooms, concessions, and offices for the staff of the Parks and Recreation Department. The first phase of the stadium will be completed in time for the 2018 football season, with the second phase completed by 2019. On January 19th, Team Chatham and members of the Marsh Bluff Runaway Point community gathered for the renaming of Runaway Point Park. The newly renovated park was renamed in honor of Retha Mae McCoy. Miss McCoy is a pillar in her community and has been advocating for a place for kids to play for nearly 3 decades. Miss McCoy is known throughout the community for allowing neighborhood kids to play in her yard. Her generosity towards the youth came from her passion for developing a place for kids to enjoy themselves. Miss McCoy continued to work with Chatham County for many years to construct Runaway Point Park. Chatham County Board of Commissioners renamed the park to honor Miss McCoy for her years of service to the community.
We're truly excited about the renaming of the park and our new stadium. Make sure you tune in next month to our sister program, the Parks and Recreation Show, as Abby Murphy takes you on a more detailed look at these 2 recreation areas. Well, we've all heard the phrase, dogs are man's best friend. Nowhere is that more evident than Operation New Hope. We recently went out to the county jail with our Animal Services Department to learn more about this unique program.
Chatham County Animal Services recently joined a program called Operation New Hope. This program brings inmates and rescue dogs together and is a partnership between the Humane Society for Greater Savannah and the Chatham County Sheriff's Office. Dogs are selected based on their ability to socialize well with other dogs, and they spend many weeks with a pre-selected, low-risk inmate learning how to become obedient and housebroken. Upon successful completion of Operation New Hope, inmates receive a Good Citizen Certificate and the possibility of reduced sentences, while the rescue dogs become more desirable to adopt with their new skills. Additionally, Operation New Hope reduces the chances of inmates becoming reoffenders. The rescue dogs are rotated throughout the year, and are selected from various local rescue shelters and Chatham County Animal Services. Funding for this program is provided by private donations and the Humane Society for Greater Savannah. Plans of expansion are underway to include more dogs. Jennifer Messer, Operation New Hope Coordinator, shares more details about this expansion.
This building right here that was here to the right of us, that is the Unit 5 that they are currently working on and restructuring now. And it's all going to be worked around dogs. So we're going to have our own dog area in the unit, and we should be housing around 30 dogs.
All rescue dogs from Animal Services only cost $70 to adopt, which includes spay or neuter, heartworm test, vaccinations, and a microchip. To contact Animal Services about adopting an Operation New Hope dog, please call 912-652-6575.
Coming up after the break, we'll show you how Team Chatham gave back to our community during the holiday season.
Every day we put on this uniform, we lace up our boots, and we go out into our community, the unincorporated areas of Chatham County, and we serve the residents, businesses, and visitors that come here to Savannah and the greater metropolitan area to enjoy themselves, and we're here for everybody to do the best job that we can when they need us.
Community policing is not just a job. It's a way for CCPD to connect with the families of Chatham County as we serve and protect them. It's an honor for our citizens to trust us, believe in us, and to work with us.
We are out here every day keeping our roads and communities safe, but it's not all about pulling people over and issuing citations, but it's about providing the community with the service they deserve, being visible to let them know we are here to protect them.
On any given day, as our officers are out there in the unincorporated areas of Chatham County, we come across the business owners in a variety of ways. And it's the strength of the relationships that we build during those interactions that really allows us all to thrive and be productive every single day here in Chatham County. I think there isn't a greater role model in everyday America than the public servant. And obviously, being a police officer and the badge and the uniform and the gun, that is the most symbolic part of government. And as we go out and interact with particularly the youth of our community, they have to believe in us. They have to trust us. They have to look to us for guidance and direction, and we have to be there for them for that. But we can't do it if we're not conducting ourselves in the manner in which the community desires and requires of a Chatham County police officer. So that is really the hallmark of our department, is our integrity, our professionalism, and how we treat each other and the citizens of this community. At the end of the day, it's all about the relationships. They will sustain us, they will make us, they will break us, and that is going to be our charge, is to build healthy, respectful, legitimate relationships with the greater community, and particularly the youth of our community. Your future begins here. Please come join the team at Chatham County Police Department.
Please visit us at police.chathamcountyga.gov.
Welcome back to the chat. During the fall of 2017, Team Chatham was busy. Animal Services held their first ever Barktoberfest, which included a doggy costume contest and an adoption event. Our Human Resources Department honored our veterans on Veterans Day, and the Board of Assessors Department gave back to the community at Christmas by raising funds for homeless families in the most entertaining way. Take a look.
On November 9th, 2017, Chatham County hosted our third annual Veterans Day celebration, honoring our veterans at the old courthouse. The festivities began outside, where the Chatham County Honor Guard presented the colors. The 13th Colony Sound, a local Savannah barbershop quartet, sang our national anthem. Jenkins High School Naval JROTC performed a drill exercise in honor of our veterans. The program concluded inside with a small reception for the veterans. The children of Chatham County employee veterans made posters and a special United States flag that were displayed in the lobby of the old courthouse. Saturday, October 14th, marked the first annual Barktoberfest for Chatham County Animal Services. This event helped raise awareness of animal services and all the animals available for adoption. Families and pets attended in costume and enjoyed many carnival-style games for both humans and four-legged friends. Local vendors offered tasty food, inspiring crafts, and vital pet care information. The highlight of Barktoberfest was a pet parade and pet costume contest. Owners proudly walked their costume pets in the parade in hopes of winning first place. With an estimated 300 in attendance and many pets finding their new forever homes, this was certainly a successful event. Chatham County Animal Services plans to host Barktoberfest once a year, but will have other events throughout the coming months. Follow them on Facebook for all their event and pet adoption announcements. On December 15, 2017, Chatham County Board of Assessors held their annual Pie in the Face event to raise funds for local nonprofits that support families in Chatham County. County employees paid anywhere from $200 to $5 to put a pie in the face of supervisors and colleagues. The Pie in the Face contest was just one of many fundraisers that the Board of Assessors held to take in donations for families in need during the holiday season.
These are just a few of the events that were hosted by Team Chatham last fall. To stay up to date on our most current events and general information, visit us at chathamcounty.org. You can also like our Facebook page. Just search for Chatham GA. That's all we have time for today. Make sure you join us every month here on Channel 16 as we continue to explore our beautiful county throughout 2018. I'm your host, Catherine Glaspie, and we'll see you next time on The Chat.